for the Indian team. A lot of ups and downs in the game, but it was India who finally were triumphant. We'll talk about all of this in the next 1 hour. We'll go across to our reporters also. Guests will also be joining us. Let's get quickly started. So, India have won the Champions Trophy against New Zealand, third time in the history, and India have done it again after 12 years, and this was India's third consecutive final. They won in 2013, lost in 2017 against Pakistan, and won here again, beating New Zealand in 2025. Great performance by the Indian bowlers, spinners, specifically Varun Chakravarthy, Kuldeep Yadav, Ravindra Jadeja, Axar Patel, all doing exceptionally well. Rohit Sharma side off well today, dominating from the word go, stitching 105 runs with Shubman Gill. But India lost 3 quick wickets in form of Gill, Kohli and Rohit Sharma. And that was the time when New Zealand put brakes on India's scoring rate. But Shreyas Iyer and Axar Patel again then rebuilt. Iyer scoring 48, 61 runs partnership between them, and Axar Patel has been a revelation in this entire tournament, pushing him to number 5 no matter what the situation is. Rahul and Pandya too have contributed in the entire series. Not only today, they have done well in the entire tournament, and India remain undefeated in the tournament, and this win will be remembered for a long time, winning T20 World Cup last year, and India were unbeaten there also, and now Champions Trophy, and both the tournaments under Rohit Sharma's captaincy. But winning tournaments under Rohit's captaincy will be remembered for a long time, and this victory has put them ahead of Australia, who have also won 2 titles. They won in 2006 and 2009, but great win for India. Third ICC Champions Trophy title for them. They were joint winners with Sri Lanka in 2002. They won under MS Dhoni's captaincy in 2013, and now after 12 long years, after 12 long year wait, India, they have done it again under the captaincy of Rohit Sharma. All right, guest is joining us, eminent guest is with us, sports analyst Malay Neerav is with us, and we have our correspondents also with us, Tapas Bhattacharya from Delhi, Siddharth Bhardwaj from Noida, and also Ritesh Ranjan from Chennai. Malay, I'll come to you first. I mean, a lot of ebbs and flows in the entire game. While chasing 252, it looked like it will not be that difficult for India, and the way Rohit Sharma was going, he was going great guns, but again great comeback by the New Zealand team. But yes, all's well that ends well. India winning the Champions Trophy for the third time.
Right from the word go, we were all saying that the kind of pitch that was there in Dubai and the kind of the conditions which were there, it was not going to be easy for any team to score a lot of runs on that wicket. And moreover, when India lost the toss, which it has been losing continuously, it became slightly more difficult because the dew factor is no longer a factor there in Dubai, and any team which puts a big score on the scoreboard before the next team comes always has an upper hand on this kind of a wicket. However, when the Indian spinners took charge, and they did not allow anybody else to take charge, because the runs that New Zealand could make against India were only against 2 of the pacers, 2 of our pace battery bowlers. One was, of course, Hardik, and the other was Shami. But when the Indian spinners started, they started on a very positive note. They made life difficult for each one of them who were there from New Zealand side. But at the same time, we were also wary of the fact that Indians would not find it so easy when their turns come for batting, and that is what happened. But it was a very thoughtful, let me say, people are saying all kinds of things, but a lot of credit for this victory you have to give to Rohit Sharma, because it was very thoughtful of him to have thought that, well, the first 10 overs, when the pace bowlers of New Zealand would be bowling, that is the time to score as many runs as you can, because on this wicket, winning and making runs against the spinners was not going to be an easy job. And this is how it all started, when the Indian innings started. But at every, say, after the first opening pair was gone, there were very, very tough moments in between. There were wickets which were taken, which should not have gone. But as you said, all is well that ends well. And we have got two great finishers, Rahul and Hardik Pandya. Both of them did the job wonderfully well.
Absolutely. We'll go across to Chennai now. Ritesh Ranjan is with us. Ritesh, I mean, we can see there are fans with you. How are they celebrating India's victory?
Well, after the victory of India, fans are very much excited over here, and there was crowd. You can see there was a big screen here where I believe thousands of people gathered to watch the match here. And Tamil Nadu government have made, Chennai Corporation have made the arrangements for these people to that they can come here and watch the match. And after India has won the match, these whole Marina Beach was filled with people have gone crazy. They were firing crackers. The stunt was going on, as my colleague Tapas was saying. They were stunt was going on a road of New Delhi. That's what I was seeing, that Chennai Marina Beach road stretch. It was fully people were celebrating firecrackers, and people were excited so much after we won that. And I have the crowd who are waiting that they want to actually come to the television channel and tell about their excitement on camera.
Ritesh, they want to talk to you. Talk to them and ask them how are they going to celebrate India's victory.
How are you going to celebrate now the India's victory?
It was like fabulous. I enjoyed a lot, and this was my first time we visited and watched the match on the public ground, and we enjoyed a lot. And now we'll be celebrating by eating ice cream or something like that. We'll celebrate now.
Where was the point you thought that we are going to miss out? The match is going to out of our hand.
Yeah,
was there any point?
Yeah, maybe when I was seeing the Rohit was stepping up and catch the ball, and on that time we will feel. And then one more time when Shreyas Iyer was gone out of the field, then we thought we are just losing out of the match. Then we thought once Hardik Pandya made an entry, and he made ourselves comfortable, and we thought that we'll back into the game. Yeah.
When Virat Kohli, he lost the wicket. That time, what was your reaction? And there was a gap in between. Third umpire's decision. So in that moment, what was going on in your heart?
See, first of all, actually, the king is always king. Virat Kohli will play, and he will do the performance. All the matches he will give more and more excite, and he will perform more. So it's a kind of thing like only one match he has left from that. So at the time of getting that third umpire expulsion, so we are just prayed for the God. Without Kohli, we won't get out like that. So after that, unfortunately, he has he gone outside. After that, there are some teammates, they are supported well, and especially the main credit goes to Rohit Sharma, because he has questioned well. Lots of questions came from Virat Kohli. After that, he's proved himself as a captain, as well as the boys are also played well, very well. Okay. End of the day, so India champions is always champion.
Yeah, it was a complete team victory. It was completely a team victory, and it's a great team. It's a great team challenge. Yeah.
And who is your favorite player in Indian team, and has he performed?
Shubman Gill. Shubman Gill is in this tournament. He played well, After that, Rohit Sharma. In the final match, he played well.
Now, after the match, we have won the match. What's your plans? How are you going to celebrate?
We are celebrating going to restaurant. Yeah.
Yes, Ritesh, everyone's favorite is Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli. Virat Kohli could not perform up to the expectations, but he has done well in the tournament. He did well in the semi-finals against Pakistan also. But yes, what a performance by Rohit Sharma. We'll talk about that. And Ritesh, you stay with us. But Prime Minister Narendra Modi has tweeted after India's victory. He has posted this message on X. If you can have that message, there you go. An exceptional game and an exceptional result. This is what Prime Minister Narendra Modi has put on X. Proud of our cricket team for bringing home the ICC Champions Trophy. They have played wonderfully through the tournament. Congratulations to our team for the splendid all-round display. So this is what Prime Minister Narendra Modi has posted on X. An exceptional game and an exceptional result. Proud of our cricket team for bringing home the ICC Champions Trophy. They have played wonderfully through the tournament. Congratulations to our team for this splendid all-round display. And Tapas is with us from Delhi. Tapas, Delhiites are known to celebrate victories. They go out and celebrate at the India Gate. How's the atmosphere there after India's victory? Are they already out on roads to celebrate?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We're just seeing bikes after bike. People are enjoying and the amazing, incredible win that India had, the back-to-back ICC trophies victory that they had registered. But before we move further, Abhishek, let's just give our viewers two quick input. Rachin Ravindra has been adjudged as the player of the series, and Rohit Sharma has been declared the player of the match. So those two updates are there for our viewers. But as you mentioned, Indian team, the India cricket followers are there in huge numbers, and in Delhi, in the national capital, heart of the country, you see behind me. I mean, right now there are not many people are coming, but I saw at least 30-40 bikes on the road on a celebratory mode, quite happily chanting India, and it's a huge point. Siddharth is there probably in India Gate. He will be able to give you more idea about.
All right, let's go across to Siddharth only now. Siddharth, I've heard that you were watching match, India's innings especially, with the fans, and there were a lot of ebbs and flows in India's chase, and their hearts must be in their mouths. I mean, what a great comeback by New Zealand, but this is what you expect in the final match.
Oh, definitely, Abhishek. You expect a neck-and-neck fight, and that's what had happened today. At a point in time, it was looking like that India will win this contest, one-sidedly. But then, New Zealand came back and performed really well. Especially their spinners, and there were some mistakes. But then, it all compensates when you win the match, as you said in the bulletin. When you started off that. All's well if ends well, and they won it in style. And I was always saying it since the beginning that our batting lineup is the best batting lineup in the entire world. You have the likes of Virat Kohli, you have the likes of Rohit Sharma, you have the likes of Shreyas Iyer, and you also have Hardik Pandya, the best finisher one can ever think, after Mahendra Singh Dhoni, of course. But then he proved himself, Hardik Pandya, hitting those big numbers, hitting those sixes out of the park. The bowlers, the fielders, they remained audience at that point in time. So yeah, definitely, all in all, I could just say that it was a brilliant performance by the Indian batting lineup and the bowling lineup as well. I always say that we have when it comes to the Champions Trophy 2025, by the analysis of the pitch, the Indian team analyzed the fact that how many paces they need and how many spinners they need. You spin it and you win it, and they spun it today and they won the match. So that's how it matters. Although I would also like to compliment the Kiwis by the way they fielded it today. It was a very nice display of field. But then, yeah, we have the best batting lineup in the world. India has the best batting lineup in the world, and they hit some big sixes, they hit some fours, And there was a display of sensible batting which I was always discussing. When you have to chase, no matter what the target is, but the sensible batting is something that you require, and they did it. They rose up to the occasion, and this is the moment of glory. This is a moment, Abhishek, that you and I will remember throughout our lives. This is a moment that every Indian will remember throughout their lives, and not just from the country, from the diaspora population as well, Abhishek. We cannot, forget them. They are all around the world. India has one of the biggest diaspora in the entire world. And I'm sure today they are glued to their television screens. And when we won, they also jumped in joy. So that is what is the best part about cricket. That is the beauty of cricket. This is something which unites religions. This is something which unites human beings. This is something which unites the enthusiasm. And today we saw that at every corner of the world. And that's what I can say. And when they'll be donning the white coat, the white jackets, that's a moment no one can ever forget, and especially that's etched in the mind of cricketers, who when they retire, they talk about it. So yeah, it's exceptionally, incredible moment for every Indian, for every diaspora member who are there all around the world. Abhishek, back to you.
That's customary, Siddharth. Like you said, Indian team, the victorious Indian team will be wearing the white jackets, and that will be a moment to remember. And India won't sleep today. We can see the celebration shots all around, and it's India have done it again after 12 long years. President Draupadi Murmu has also tweeted on India's victory in the Champions Trophy. Heartiest congratulations to Team India for winning the ICC Champions Trophy 2025. India becomes the only team to win the trophy thrice. The players, the management and the support staff deserve highest accolades for creating cricketing history. I wish Indian cricket a very bright future. All right, Tapas Bhattacharya, Siddharth Bhardwaj, they continue to stay with us, and also sports analyst Male Nirav Male. But we need to accept this. Great comeback by the New Zealand team to take those 3 wickets of Rohit Sharma, Shubman Gill and of course Virat Kohli, and then Shreyas and Axar Patel also. It could have been anybody's game.
Hats off to Santner, Bracewell and all the spinners who had not proved so effective against the Indian team so far. But today the way they bowled, in fact, every single ball that they bowled and every dot ball that was being bowled was creating a flutter, was a cause of worry for the Indian team and the Indian followers, the lovers of the Indian cricket. So it was not only a comeback. I think they fought very hard. It was a very well-intended thing, and they had forgotten about the loss which they had suffered in the group stages against India, and they got themselves together. They united very well. Though I must say that though their fielding was very good, but so far as catches are concerned, catches were dropped on both the sides. The Indians also dropped catches, and the New Zealanders 2 dropped catches. So that was something which was a bit disappointing. But if you look at the bowling of the New Zealand spinners, I think they bowled extremely well. Santner, Bracewell, Ravindra, all of them. In fact, they bowled so well that they made life difficult for Indian batters who are quite used to playing spin better than any other country's batsmen. So that is something which is remarkable. Now, there is one more thing that I would like to add. One is that, it is a historic moment, not only because India has won the Champions Trophy for the 3rd time and it is the first nation to do so. It is also a historic moment because all such tournaments which are organized under the banner of the ICC, like the 2020 World Cup, like the World Cup for 50 overs, like the ICC Champions Trophy, in all these tournaments, so far India has had only 2 victories each. So it was a kind of a jinx that has got broken today. Now you have a third victory for a trophy which was organized for a tournament which was organized under the banner of ICC. So it is truly historic. And one more thing that I would like to add is that a lot of things which were said about Rohit and about Virat, about their days coming to an end, about the heydays coming to an end, and all kinds of predictions which were being made. Many of us, sports analysts too, were making those predictions and were giving comments. I think let us be fair to those two great sons of this soil. Let them decide what they want to do. Please do not pass value judgments, because nobody but the player knows best when he should retire.
Absolutely, but as India backed the ICC Champions Trophy 2025 title by beating New Zealand by 4 wickets, fans were seen joyously celebrating the win in Dubai. Take a listen.
Rohit played an amazing game. Especially KL Rahul in the end, he batted so well. We loved how it all played out. We loved how confident and calm they were in the end, and it's something that was worthy watching.
Thanks to KL, he managed. He doesn't get his due, but this time, KL, we love you. Thank you for getting the trophy home, guys.
Good job, Rohit Sharma, Hardik Pandya, and Rahul. They really made us very proud. Thank you.
And the rest of the team as well.
Tapas, we need to talk about Rohit Sharma here. I mean, when Rohit was batting, it didn't look like that New Zealand were any competition to India. I mean, it wasn't easy in that pitch, but he made it look too easy.
Oh, absolutely, and that is how it's the template of Rohit Sharma's game of cricket. If you take a close look at in the last 3 to 4 years, when he took over the captaincy from Virat Kohli, the point that was discussed earlier was that a lot of players played not for the game of cricket but for themselves, and he wanted to change the template. He wanted players to put cricket and team first before anything else, and the whole gamut of match, the whole gamut of the idea of how to go about the match changed after that. And he led from the front. We saw that earlier in the T20 in the ICC World Cup 50 over World Cup in India in 2023, where he led from the front. He wanted to push the scoring first, and he wanted to accelerate early, and that's something that he wanted to start as an example. And from him, the whole team got that confidence that yes, we can push forward also. The same baseball cricket that Rohit now made it raw ball. He took it to ICC World T20, and now here in the Champions Trophy we see the same template where you don't bother about what is the score. You want to play your game, you want to be positive, you want to be aggressive and take the game to the opposition. That is exactly, if by any chance just imagine when Rohit was playing, the run rate became a mockery, but once he got out, it became difficult for the next batsman to come and play their shot. So his 70 odd or 76 to be precise will and quite rightly he was declared the man of the match, where people were struggling to score a half century. He not just scored 76 runs, but he scored it at a run-up ball, more better than a run-up ball. So that kind of set the template for India's victory. We talk about Indian spinners, but Rohit's knock in the final will be remembered whenever we will talk about the Champions Trophy victory.
Absolutely, Siddharth. India had 5 spinners in their squad. I mean, there were a lot of questions raised that why we have 5 spinners, and when the same question was asked from Rohit Sharma in the press conference, and Gambhir for that matter, they said that we have 3 all-rounders and 2 frontline spinners. So Axar Patel, Ravindra Jadeja and Washington Sundar, they played as all-rounders. But yes, if you look at the economy rate of the Indian spinners, Siddharth, Axar Patel 4.3, Jadeja 4.3, Varun Chakravarthy 4.5, Kuldeep Yadav 4.79, and Indian management, Rohit Sharma, they proved everyone wrong.
Oh, definitely, Abhishek. Because they knew it. I'm saying since the beginning that they're very well acclimatized to the situation. They know. They knew what to do, and they've played all their matches in Dubai. Although the matches were played on different strips, but then they had the idea of how the conditions will behave and what to do and what not to do. So yeah, Rohit Sharma was very well aware of the fact that when to give, what over, and whom to give. So yeah, I believe that played the key moment in India's victory, and they knew it really well that how the pitch will behave. Although Rohit Sharma in one of the press conferences, he was saying that this is not our home, but we are just playing here. But yeah, the fact is that when you are playing on the same ground in the same conditions, you know how the track is likely to behave, and that worked in favor of India, and that we can all see today. And everyone is just like I always say, jumping in joy. Everyone is very proud of the Indian team. In fact, the Prime Minister Narendra Modi also tweeted, Honorable President of India also tweeted, and Union Ministers also tweeted regarding India's victory. So this is a moment, Abhishek, we can just say that this will really etch in everyone's memories, be it players, be it everyone and anyone, any Indian, the diaspora population. Everyone is so happy today. Their hearts are filled with joy and excitement, and they are looking forward. And Virat Kohli also said, after the match, that youngsters are performing really well. That must be indicating something that we as a fan don't want to hear. But the fact remains is this, that Virat Kohli is praising the youngsters, and the youngsters are entering in the dressing room like a breeze, and they are performing, and that we all see the likes of Shubman Gill performing, whether it's the IPL, whether it's when he dons the Indian jersey, he plays some good shots, some brilliant shots. So yeah, no wonder he could be next Virat Kohli. I mean, you can never deny that fact. So yeah, the dressing room is all set, it's all excited, and the Indian dressing room is all set to welcome the young blood who will be stepping on into the shoes of Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma, when they'll be announcing their retirement. So yeah, it looks solid. Indian batting lineup looks solid. The pace battery looks solid. The spinners are very well aware of the fact that where and how to bowl. So all in all, we are the best side in the world, and that proved today with the victory of Champions Trophy 2025. We are the champions, and there is no denial of this fact. Abhishek.
Malay, since we are talking about the Indian bowlers, the economy rate, it has been exceptional, and that's what you require in one day international, especially in white ball format, be it T20s or 50 over games. But do you think was it a master stroke to play Varun Chakravarthy against New Zealand in the last league game, which India won, and then it was a dream come true for Varun also. He played the last league game against New Zealand, then the semi-finals, big semi-finals against Australia, and then the final. He has taken 9 wickets in 3 games in the tournament.
This mystery spinner has been quite a revelation.
Yeah.
Let me tell you this. The bowlers, the bowling action, the bowls must be mysterious, no doubt about that. But he has come up as one of the best that India could have displayed and showcased in this tournament. The way he bowled against New Zealand when he took a fiver, and again when he bowled in the semi-finals, and today again, you could see his temperament. He has that most necessary quality which a bowler should have. He doesn't get unnerved whenever and if at all he gets hit. He has a plan. He plays to a strategy. And he also takes the entire team along. The way he sets his field, the way he listens to the seniors, the way he interacts with them, his maturity is clearly evident. And the way he bowled today, I think, of course, the initial breakthrough came through Kuldeep, but he himself is now, I think the New Zealanders, the Kiwis, were a bit they felt intimidated by the presence of Varun. I will go to the extent of saying I have been covering cricket since 1992. I have covered many World Cup matches and Champions Trophy. I could see that that the New Zealanders were not so happy to see Varun there.
Yeah.
And if you remember, their captain had said only yesterday that we are all sitting together and we are strategizing against Varun. So if one player forces you to sit as a team and then to form a strategy, how to counter his attack, it means that he is something simply out of this world. And that is what he was. So very rightly you have pointed out that Varun was quite a revelation in this entire tournament. And also, one more thing I would like to say, that we can say undoubtedly, without an iota of doubt, that Rohit Sharma has proved to be one of the best captains in the shorter version of cricket, and that he has proved undoubtedly. The way he organized his team, the way he planned things out, we were all talking about the accelerated run rate that we saw in the beginning. We knew that he knew that Matt Henry was not there. Their best pace bowler was not there. So they were going to play other pace bowlers, and the first 10 overs, the first power play was the time to hit hard and go for runs, and that's what he and Shubman Gill did together. And once you have runs there after 10 overs, then life becomes much easier, and that too without losing a wicket. So Varun Chakravarthy was supported by Rohit Sharma, and Rohit Sharma played the leading role, leading from the front and giving evidence of being one of the best captains that India has ever seen in the shorter format of the game. All the criticisms against him notwithstanding, nothing can be said against him, just because, as the old saying goes, form is temporary, class is permanent. You need just one match to forget the form, and you need one good victory to remember that this man has a class which nobody
And
else
ahead of the tournament, Malay, I mean, there were a lot of talks about Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli also. And it's very interestingly, Malay, if you remember, after 2022 T20 World Cup, Rohit Sharma completely changed his style, the way he plays when we lost against England in the semi-finals, if you remember. So he completely changed the way he plays, and in shorter versions of the game, especially in T20s and 50 overs, I mean, he dominates right from the word go, and he continued with that. And the pitch wasn't that easy, but he made it simply easy and literally toying with the New Zealand fast bowlers.
Yes, he made it look so simple. You know, that is the greatness of the player. He made it look so simple. It was not an easy wicket to bat on. It was a difficult wicket, hard wicket, no dew, nothing there, no moisture. And then the spinners were going to have a heyday here on this kind of a pitch. He did not bother about the conditions. He knew about his strength and weaknesses. He just analyzed that before going there and played to his optimum and made his team play to the optimum. You see, the one good thing that you must tell your listeners is that after this victory, we can say Indian team cannot just be seen as a team with one or two stars. It is full of stars. The cricket horizon of India is full of stars, old and new, all shining, all ready to spread the brightness around.
Tapas, another master stroke was, I think, Axar Patel. Whatever the situation is in the entire tournament, if you look at the series also against England, which India won, Axar Patel was pushed to number 5 in the batting order, and the way he played, he did not disappoint anyone.
Yep, absolutely. In fact, not just this series, before this also, in the T20 format also, we saw Axar Patel stepping up when it is required. In fact, he was drafted earlier as a specialist bowler, but in the last couple of years, he has proved himself to be more of a bowling all-rounder. In fact, that is the strength of Indian team in this particular tournament, and in the T20 World Cup also we saw. that both him, Axar Patel and Ravindra Jadeja played as a bowling all-rounder. Someone who can come in the later half of the innings, score 30-40 runs, give that solidarity if they require, can bat up the order. That exactly what Axar Patel showed in many of the matches. Used as a pinch hitter, made sure that the required run rate is high. So those are the things that Axar Patel has been doing, and that's something that we have been we have been seeing from him for the last couple of years. Another thing that I think New Zealand probably missed a trick or two is probably having one less spinner. They had 3 frontline spinners who tried to do their job, but somewhere down the line, as India, people may say and whatever they have to say, but Rohit Sharma had faith in India's bowling, all-rounders, spinning all-rounders. He took the gamble in the T20 World Cup, which paid him rich dividend. He did the same here in the Champions Trophy, again paid rich dividend. India had Ravindra Jadeja, Axar Patel, Kuldeep Yadav. A lot of people thought maybe the other spinner could have been drafted, but he went ahead with Kuldeep Yadav, and then all of them played absolutely majestic. They bowled amazingly. Somewhere down the line, one believed that New Zealand missed a trick or two. They could have had another bowler at their disposal, spinner especially, because remember at the fag end Santner and Ravindra and Bracewell were bowled out. They had nobody to put that extra pressure. When there were only 6 over left, it was still very much catch-22. When it could have moved to any side, the match. But when the Pacers came, the pressure went out, and that's where probably when New Zealand missed a trick or two somewhere down the line. They could have had another spinner in their arsenal to bowl at the intercept. These kind of pitches suits the spinners. But again, hats off to the Indian team management. They knew what they were drilling. They knew that after Santner and Bracewell, there won't be much of a depth in New Zealand spin department, and they waited. They bid their time, and when the time came, they went after the Pacers, and that paid again rich dividend. So, starting and end, both were absolutely magnificent. India showed why they are they are champions of champions with winning this Champions Trophy, and also
India proved it again why they are why they were the best team in the tournament. Yes. I'll come back to you, Tapas. Ritesh Ranjan from Chennai and Siddharth Bhardwaj from Noida, they continue to stay with us. Siddharth, it was Mohammad Shami and Bumrah in 2023 World Cup, although India lost in the finals, but we need to celebrate India's campaign in 2023 World Cup. But this time, it was 4 spinners in ICC Champions Trophy 2025.
Can I ask the Indian team once again, led by Rohit Sharma, to
Oh yeah, definitely. It was spinners' game this time around. Courtesy pitch, and like I just said also, Abhishek, that the Rohit Sharma and management understood the nature of the pitch, and according to that, it was decided by the management that the spinners, will be leading the charge when it comes to bowling this time around, and they paid dividends without any doubt. And you've seen since Bangladesh they played, and today when it comes to the final of the Champions Trophy 2025 where they emerged as winners, spinners played a pivotal part, and you spin it and you win it. That has always been the key when it comes to Champions Trophy 2025. So yeah, and it's a happy part as well, Abhishek, because not every time the spinners are celebrated so much when it comes to the one-day international specifically, and when you are responsible to take that tournament in your kitty. So this time around the spinners are enjoying, and let them enjoy, and the spinners have played a pivotal role in bringing this trophy. There's a celebration ceremony going right behind me, Abhishek. As you can also see, the Indian team is donning that white jacket. The jacket is not just a white jacket, it is a memory which will be etched forever in the hearts and minds of the people who were part of the squad, the hearts and minds of the people who witnessed this iconic clash, to the hearts and minds of the people who witnessed this clash, the other teams as well from all around the world who participated in Champions Trophy 2025, they realized that India is the best side in the world and they have the best batters, they have the best bowlers and they have the best fielders. So all in all, together we can say that the best side in the world has lifted the Champions Trophy 2025. The atmosphere is electric, is quite electric, and the excitement is everywhere in the air. Every cricket fan, every Indian and every person in the diaspora population, which is the biggest and largest in the world, is celebrating the Champions Trophy win today. And why not? After so many years, you've also mentioned that we have lifted this cup. This is a moment to celebrate. This is a moment that we all can jump in joy and say, India, India, that we always say. Abhishek, back to you.
Yes, Siddharth, Indians, they have lifted the trophy and they all are wearing the white jackets. Victorious Indian team, they have lifted the trophy. Thank you, Siddharth. Thank you for your inputs. You have been with us throughout the day. But we'll go to Chennai now. Ritesh, how's the atmosphere there now? Are people still celebrating there?
Celebration has just started after we won the tournament, and the celebration will keep going on, I think, until midnight. And we should see. One thing I want to mention, when such kind of events happens, when any match is there, any live show is there, any kind of a program or get together would be there, and especially New Year night, New Year night. There, police is being very gentle, and we should, that is the example of, best policing, and we should have such kind of policing everywhere across the country, because police is not disturbing anyone. They are just stopping if they see any youngsters, doing some stunts. They'll just stop them, make them understand, and they'll let them go. If they're, there is a triple riding, no helmet, nothing. And celebration will keep going on until midnight, I'm telling you, because I was, surrounded by a few of the people. They were telling that, after, because I'm here in Marina Beach. First of all, let me tell you, I am here in Marina Beach. Chennai is very own and popular Marina Beach. And here, a big screen was, arranged to watch the match, and thousands of people across the city and from other districts also, came to here to enjoy the match. And after the match, they were saying me that, they have plans for midnight, like they are going to go to the restaurants with their family or friends. They have plans, and they will either move around, near beachside only. So the celebration is not going to stop. And it is championship we have won. So, it is not going to stop. And I believe it will go on Monday also. The fever would be slightly there, though it is, a weekdays. Today was weekend, so people were actually chilling and enjoying the match. But tomorrow also we can see that, because there are cricket lovers here, and, there are movie lovers who gives holidays for these kind of events.
All right, Ritesh, thank you for your inputs. I mean, you also have been with us for the last 2-3 hours. Thank you for speaking with India. But again, Tapas and our guest, Malay Nirav, they continue to stay with us. Malay, you think the biggest difference between India and New Zealand today was Indian bowlers and in the entire tournament itself? I mean, such quality spinners that India have, and that's the kind of dominance that India has shown in the entire tournament.
Let me tell you one thing very honestly. The New Zealand spinners didn't do badly today.
Right.
And there were not only two. It was not only Santner and Bracewell. We cannot forget Ravindra.
Yeah.
We cannot forget Glenn Phillips, the part-timer who came and bowled some very useful overs. And the main difference that was made by the opening pair in the Indian batting side. After which again, the finishers Rahul and Hardik Pandya, they played a very good role. In between, the middle order also played very, very important role, and they were holding the fort. However, when the team was announced, everybody knew that Dubai's surface was going to help only the spinners. And no wonder New Zealand also had, because they have a large number of spinners. They had those spinners in their team. And that is the only country, only team where you can count professional or full-time spinners on and tell the world that we have got more than two, three, four good spinners with us. So the spinners did play a role, but you cannot take the credit away from the Indian batsmen, especially the opening pair of Rohit and Shubman, and then in between Shreyas and all others like Akshay, and finally the finishers, the two who came and played there. And again, Virat Kohli's role cannot just be judged on the basis of what he did or did not do today, but he had a fantastic 84 in the semi-finals and a fantastic century against Pakistan. So that Virat, which we had known of earlier, was seen again. So it was an all-round effort of the Indian team,
Yes.
where the spinners did play a major role, but at the same time, the batsmen too did not falter. They were there to deliver, and they delivered it very well.
All right, well, I will leave it at that. Thank you for speaking with DD India. We are also joined by former India cricketer Ajay Mehra. Ajay, welcome to DD India. Appreciate you giving us your precious time. We are talking about Rohit Sharma here. MS Dhoni had 3 trophies, major trophies, ICC trophies under his captaincy: 2007 T20 World Cup, 2011 50-over World Cup, and 2013 ICC Champions Trophy. Rohit Sharma has also 2 trophies now, ICC trophies: 2024 T20 World Cup and 2025 ICC Champions Trophy. He would have had 2023 ODI World Cup also, the way India were playing. But yes, Rohit Sharma, at the end of his career, he will be rated as one of the best captains India have ever produced.
Absolutely, you're right. Absolutely spot on. Because I think just the way he's led the side, just the way he's dominated with the bat, small things make a big difference in cricket. And I feel, how you rotate your bowlers, how you give the bowlers your confidence to your teammates, how the team gels as a unit. And this team has looked really like a cohesive unit. So I think, overall, I think you're absolutely right, because, we have seen some great captains for India in the past, the likes of MS Dhoni in the past, someone like even Kapil Dev was a fantastic captain in his times. But Rohit Sharma, he's been aggressive, he's dominated, he's shown the path, how you win matches. And I feel, he's been one of the best captains India has had. We not only in international cricket, even in the IPL, we've seen how he captains and leads the side. So I think, that makes a big difference, because once you have a good captain, the results are very, very evident. And I feel, this win will also show that how he's led the country in the past, how he's performed, individually. Today, I felt that knock from Rohit Sharma was absolutely outstanding. It wasn't an easy wicket. The start was important, how you got runs with the new ball, how you dominated the bowling. I think that really paved the way for this win for India. Of course, others contributed. Axar Patel, everybody, KL Rahul, Hardik Pandya, all contributed. But I think, run chase in a crunch game against a good side like New Zealand, who have a very, very formidable bowling lineup. I think Rohit Sharma once again showed the path for this win.
And Ajay, what do you think was the biggest difference in the finals between India and New Zealand? I mean, in bowling wise, if you see, you think New Zealand bowled poorly, or India batted superbly, and it's the other way around also?
I thought, India batted really well, because, they have the talent. We have the depth in batting. I think that was the key, because, despite losing a few wickets, you see that phase between the 20th and 30th over. We didn't get too many runs, but, despite losing a few wickets as well, Virat went up early. He was leg before. I thought, the Indian batsmen, because of the depth, the ability to take those singles and, take charge at crucial times, play the attacking shots as well. We saw with Hardik, we saw with KL Rahul. I think, they played percentage cricket. And when you play those big tournaments, the crunch games, how you soak in the pressure, how you play those, important moments, how you try to come back into the game, I think that shows the ability. And also the fact, Abhishek, that these players have done so well in the past as well. They have played IPL, they know how to soak in the pressure, they played international cricket. Now these players are so very confident, they know the ability, how to rise on occasions. And I thought, the batting was the difference between the two teams. Yes, New Zealand did get to score over 251, but I just thought probably, 20 runs more could have been the difference for them. They lacked, they lost those wickets in the middle overs, but the Indian batting, the kind of depth they have, that was the difference for me.
But Ajayji, we need to talk about Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma both. In fact, we need to accept this, that they are at the fag end of their careers. But this is 50 over format is their preferred format. I mean, there were a lot of talks in the test series against New Zealand, in Australia also, about Virat Kohli's technique. Rohit Sharma also, I mean, he dropped himself, opted out of the team. But yes, we need to celebrate their careers. Exceptional players, especially in 50 over format.
Absolutely. There was a lot of talk, what happens to all these players, especially after the tournament. But you've got to see, they still have a lot of cricket. And what also is difference is, these great players, they take the youngsters along. Their youngsters learn so many things from someone like Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, how to go about. So, when you're playing international cricket, you need that experience of, experience and, youngsters as well, coming to the fore. So I think, this has been the big difference. I'm sure, they might take a call as well about the future, what they want to play. Do they want to go to England? I'm sure that Virat Kohli still, is super fit. He'll be certainly going. Rohit Sharma, with this win, will do a lot of good to him, his confidence as well. Playing Test match cricket is a different ball game altogether, because Test match cricket, the skills are different. One-day cricket, as you mentioned, Rohit Sharma has been one of the best players in the world. His ability, even Virat Kohli. But I feel, England is going to be another challenge, going to be different. But at the moment, I feel, we must celebrate this win.
Yes.
Not look too much further, because this has been a historic moment. I'm so happy, so glad for the Indian side, just the way they have played, the ability they have shown. Because, people are saying, Abhishek, they played in Dubai, all the matches. But, you're playing on the same surface. You're playing on 22 yards. The good team will always win. And you see, it was the same surface. In fact, India were chasing today, batting on a varying surface, and still they came on top. So I think credit to the Indian side.
Absolutely. This win, ICC Champions Trophy 2025 title means a lot for the Indian team, but means a lot more for Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma. Both of them will wind it up here. Sorry, Ajayji, we are running short of time. Thank you for speaking with India and joining our show, Champions Trophy Glory.
Thank you so much.
All right, that's all we have in this edition of Champions Trophy Glory. Stay tuned for more news and updates. Namaskar.